Hi guys, and welcome back to the DEP Autocare Limited YouTube channel. This is the second installment in a mini-series on a detail of a BMW M3 individual. The first episode we covered the engine bay detail, and now we're on to the wheels and tyres. So let's get straight into it. This is quite a bad wheel. All four wheels are quite badly pitted. So we started with the least aggressive method, just some non-acidic wheel cleaner agitated with a detailing brush, and then washed off with the pressure washer to see how we were going to get on with it. It's quite evident at the end of just using the non-acidic wheel cleaner that it wasn't going to be enough. As you can see, the wheel cleaner's not really making any progress into the dirt on this wheel at all. We will give it another couple of tries with it, and as you will see later on in the video, we do hit it with a little bit stronger stuff a wee bit later on, as well as the soap, which you should do anyway, to be perfectly fair. I know a lot of people just put fallout remover on, blast it off, job done. Yes, you can do that with lightly solid wheels. Don't let anybody tell you any otherwise. But for what we were doing, for what we were looking for, we tried a few of the wheel cleaner, and then as you see later on in the video, we do hit it with a wee bit of a stronger chemical. Because the wheels were so badly damaged and so badly pitted, we were trying everything not to hit them with fallout removers and things like that. There was clear coat starting to peel off the wheels and bubbles and things like that. So we went again for another shot with the non-acidic wheel cleaner, just to see if we could get them any better. So now we're hitting the inside of the wheel arches, or underneath the fenders if you're watching in America, just to try and clean them up a bit. They were full of debris and dirt and dust and stones and everything else, so as part of the detail, they got a good scrubbing as well. And here we have the product of choice. We are using the Woolworths Detailer shampoo. 3 or 4 generous squirts into the bucket, which will then be agitated with the pressure washer just to make it all mix in nicely and foam it up a wee tad. I really should add at this point, by the way, that I'm not using the pressure washer in the back of the mobile unit because this vehicle was brought to me. I'm actually using my Nilfisk, which is a cracking wee pressure washer. There's a lot of power in it. It's adjustable nozzle on the end, which is very handy. So we phoned up the bucket, we phoned up the solution, and I've got a number of brushes in the bucket. I have a small wheel brush, long nose wheel brush. I have a soft bristle, semi-longish brush that I use for underneath the wheel arches of the fenders, and I also have my detail brush. Now at this point we did use some iron out fallout remover, only because I knew it wasn't going to be on the wheel for that long and it was going to be diluted once I put the soap in, which was very, very quickly after it was sprayed on. This was just to get any tiny little bit. Now we're hitting the tyres and inside of the wheel arches with some APC. My brand of choice, as I said in the first video, is Infinity Wax APX, diluted at the moment 5:1, just to make it that little bit stronger. Brilliant product, absolutely amazing. You should go on their website and check out some of the stuff that they make. It is absolutely phenomenal, some of it. I will put the links in the description underneath this video. And I should say that I'm using a tyre brush, again, which I bought from Infinity. And now we're on to the pre-wash. For this I'm going to be using the Infinity Wax Citrus Pre-Wash. Diluted, I'm sure at the moment, at 10 to 1 in my garden sprayer, which I bought on Amazon for about 6 or 7 quid. But it does an absolutely amazing job of covering all the body panels in the pre-wash. The pre-wash is designed to soak into and loosen any light dirt on the paintwork, and it's all basically just to lessen any swirls and marks that you might get when you get to the contact wash. We'll follow this with a snow foam. So as with all pre-wash, we now give it a rinse with the pressure washer, trying to make sure we get rid of everything out of all the nooks and the crannies, because if this stuff dries on your vehicle, that is the type of thing that gives you that horrible murky bleached effect on all your chrome trim. That's generally from when somebody's been through a car wash. You know, the car washes that spring up everywhere. Been through one of those, and you'll notice the guy comes up to you at first with a spray can, same as what I had, sprays it all over your car, but by the time you actually get to where they rinse it off and do the contact wash, it could be on your car for up to 10 minutes. So what you're seeing on your chrome bits and your dark black bits, it's like a rainbow effect. That is TFR burn from them just leaving it on your vehicle for far too long before they wash it off. Right guys, we're coming up to the snow foam section of this video, and I just wanted to say a few things about this. The snow foam that I'm using isn't a dedicated snow foam. What I'm actually using is Halford's Trade high foam wash. Now there's going to be haters out there, oh you should never use that in a car, you should never do this, you should never do that. But you know what guys, it works, and if it works I'm going to use it. And the reason it works for this particular car is I'm coming up to a polishing stage later on in this detail, and I wanted to strip as much of any old waxes and polishes off it as I could. So that's why I have used the Halford's Trade. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, look at the video, it gives you a decent foam, it runs off, it takes the dirt with it, and you'll see at the end of this sequence that the car looks lovely when it's been snow foamed off, when the snow foam's been rinsed off. So do what you want, you can hate me in the comments, you can do whatever you like, but it works. And I'm not too worried about breaking my nail fist glance, because I've got my professional one in the back of the mobile unit, which you can see behind me in this video. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that. This is Halford's Trade, the high foam wash, and it's doing exactly what I want it to do. And now we've come to the contact wash. This is the bit that everybody hates doing on a dark car, because you can get swirls and you can get marks and stuff like that. Yes, correct, you can. That's just one pitfall of having a dark coloured car, because the paint is so soft. But you'll probably notice I put 2 wash mitts into the wash bucket. There is a rinse bucket behind the car that you can't see. So again, we've got a bucket full of the Volvo's detailing shampoo. I will do the top half of the car with the green mitt, and then you will see later on that I will do the bottom half of the car with the orange mitt. And each time it goes back into the bucket, it's getting rubbed on the grit guard in the clean bucket and then soaked in the shampoo in the shampoo bucket. And here's a wee tip for everyone. You've probably heard this a million times, but I will reiterate it again. When you're washing your car, always wash in straight lines. People have a tendency to go around in circles, and that's what causes your circular spider webs as such. Try and go in straight lines as much as you can. That will reduce the risk of causing swirl marks and spiders webs in your paintwork, especially on a black car. Now you'll see here, guys, I'm drying the car. I'm trying to get into all the wee nooks and crannies, all the wee additional trim parts underneath the mirror, round the mirror glass, into all the wee door shuts, where the glass meets the bodywork, round the back lights, round all the badges, all that kind of stuff, trying to get out any loose water, because as I said before, this is going to get a polish, and the last thing you want is running water after you've dried the whole car. So I'm just using the Titan vacuum. I'm using the blow function on the back of the Titan vacuum. I swear to God, this has been the best 45 quid I've spent in a long time. The amount of use I'm getting out of this thing is amazing. So round all the wee bits that water can get trapped, just blow it out. If you can, this is not a necessity step, guys, for ones that are doing it yourselves at home. It's just I have it, just because of what I do. It's perfectly acceptable just to go around with a towel, dry your car. You probably are better leaving it for a half hour to an hour before you polish it, just to make sure everything's got out. But if you have a vacuum with a blow function, feel free, blow away. That's me heading onto the polishing stage for this car. Didn't have to clear the car because the car was cleared the last time it was done, which was around about 6 months ago, and the paint did feel pretty decent. So this is the machine polishing stage. We're hitting it with a single stage machine polish, really, well, two stage, a slight cut on the bonnet, and to take out a few scratches on the wings and a couple of wee places like that. But generally speaking, it's just a cut on the bonnet, like I've said, and then just generally polished with Infinity Wax's superb dark glaze polish. It's great stuff. It's amazing stuff. That's so easy to put on, so easy to get off. You put it on, leave it for up to 5 minutes to kind of do its thing, because it's got small fillers in it, from what I'm led to believe. Then wipe it off, and the car is stunning once you've done it. There will be a separate video at some point, guys, on machine polishing and hand polishing and the differences, and how you can benefit from machine polishing. What I will say is machine polishing is so much faster, just and it saves the cramp in your fingers as well when you're trying to do all the different panels. Like I said, I'm going to keep all the in-depth machine polishing and stuff like that for a different video. We'll get a dedicated one on that. What I did decide to do was, I was in getting my plastic wax out the back of the mobile unit, and I thought to myself, that's going to be a great thing for dressing up this engine bay, even though it's got some dressing on it anyway. So I grabbed a 3-inch pad for my 3-inch machine. It goes on so much easier with a pad, and all the plastics we done with the, again, infinity wax, plastic and rubber wax. Gives it a great sheen, protects it quite well as well from the elements. Not that you get many elements under the bonnet or the hood anyway, but it's a great wee product. Again, I'll put a link in the description down below. And there we have it, guys. There is the wheels and body wash, decontamination, polish, basically the exterior detail on the car. I didn't show you the exhaust tips because that's just easy peasy, isn't it? It's auto sol with a rag, get them all nice and shiny. So that's us, guys, for this video. There'll be another one coming up shortly, which will be the interior detail, including the leather seats. Hopefully we'll get that on in the next few days or so. But if you like the video, please like it, please subscribe. I'm setting up a Patreon at the moment, but like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.